My paper entitled The Lexicogrammar of Hate Speech, the case of comments responding to New Zealand mass shooting online news video. Why hate speech? As we know that the hate speech is one of the expressions that is potentially harmful, but it can be easily found in social media. Hate speech is potentially harmful. Why? Because it may be a trigger of hate crime or physical violence. And nowadays it can be easily found in social media. Of course, it is one of the consequences of the freedom expressions applied in many countries. Online hate speech is characterized not only by the aggressive or abusive language but also the speech content, tone, the evaluation of its potential consequences, as well as the motivations of the speaker toward the targeted people. This statement is in line with the definitions of hate speech proposed by Cohen Almagor, that is a bias motivated, hostile, malicious speech aimed at a person or a group of people because of some of their actual or perceived innate characteristic. It expresses discriminatory, intimidating, disapproving, antagonistic, and/or prejudicial attitudes toward those characteristics, which include gender, race, religion, ethnicity, color, national origin, disability, or sexual orientations. So, what can be concluded from this statement is that hate speech is one of the characteristic of hate speech is prejudicial attitude. It is about attitude. But actually, most work on hate speech focus on identifying and detecting hate speech to provide tools for information to solve problems related to hate speech. These tools were mostly this tool work mostly based on lexical items. Among the studies, some studies employed machine learning like support vector mechanism and bias, while other studies propose model of hate speech classifications based on word classifications. So from those work, we can say that most of them work based on lexical item. So this study proposed a new approach a new approach to identify hate speech based on to reveal the attitude of the speaker toward the targeted people. That is by analyzing the hate speech based on the lexicogrammar of interpersonal metafunctions. They are mood and modality. Interpersonal metafunctions, one of the three metafunctional meaning of language proposed by Halliday, refers to the meaning of language created by the speaker or writer and the listener or reader during the social interactions. By analyzing interpersonal meaning, we can know we can know how the writer positioned themselves, how the speaker positioned themselves toward the listener or the reader. The corpus of this study is taken from comment sections of YouTube displaying the video of New Zealand mass shooting in Christchurch Mosque, New Zealand on March 15, 2019. Yeah, on this day, on this date, there was incident happened on in Christchurch Mosque in New Zealand, in which the victim was Muslim. The method of this study was a qualitative approach, and the corpus was 20 comments considered as hate speech collected from the comment sections of YouTube channel of CBS News reporting the incident of the mass shooting. And then the data were analyzed by using content analysis method. After the analysis, we have findings and discussions. Okay, here are the mood types and speech function realizations of the comment taken from the comment. So from this table, we can see that the most frequently appeared or the most frequently used is declarative mood. It takes more than 50% of the total frequency. And then the declarative mood, the declarative mood realize some speech functions. They are statement of opinion, statement of fact, statement of hope, statement of feeling, threat, and indirect directive. While for imperative mood, it realizes two kinds of speech functions. They are direct directive and suggestions. There is also two clauses indicating or using interrogative mood. But the interrogative mood is not used to demand an information. Yet it realizes the speech function of rhetorical questions. So actually it is not a question but a statement. Here are the example, the sample of data for number 1. Okay, right mile yep, the fathers must be removed. This statement can be considered as hate speech. Why? Because it contains the word invaders. So this statement is for the invaders, which is the victim of the incident. And then this statement use declarative mood indicating or realizing the function of indirect directive because is it uses must, which indicate an order. And then for the second statement, it is the example of the imperative mood, get out. So this statement realizes the function of directive. And then the last, this is the example of the use of rhetorical question. Why this kind of people still exist? This kind of people, the writer didn't mention or didn't write a clear reference, but he or she used this kind of people. But actually, based on the context, this kind of people refers to the victim, which is Muslim. This rhetorical question actually implied a different meaning. That is these people should not exist or doesn't exist. And then for the analysis of modality used in the statement or in the hate speech, The result can be seen in Table 2, the frequency of modality occurrence. In this table, we can see that modulations outnumbers the modalizations, but actually the difference is very slight. There are only 11 clauses uses modality or contains modality. So this is the example of a statement or data containing modality. The first they have to go back. The modality used in this statement is have to. Yeah, have to can be included into deontic modality. Deontic modality uh, Deontic modality have to. Deontic modal have to indicates that the speaker or the subject of the clause has an obligation to perform the action mentioned of the verb as the verb of the clause. So it means by stating this statement, the writer order others to do what is stated in the statement. They here, according to the context or based on the context, refer to the victim, that is Muslim. And then in data 19, model, there are some modality. We can see here can, will, and then yeah, can and will. Yeah, this modality, this model auxiliary actually realizes different function. For example, can here can be included into modalizations to show future conditions. So it means stating this statement, the writer make a kind of predictions or predictability, while the use of model auxiliary will here is also expressing a kind of predictions, okay, but it refers to possibility. So this is the example of the use of modality in the data collected. So from the analysis of the mood types and modality used in the hate speech collected from the comment section, we can conclude that the declarative mood type outnumbering the other types indicates that the writer's confidence in the validity of the message. Yeah, because declarative mood is used to give statement. And then the existence of imperative mood indicates a subordination relations between the writer or the speaker and the reader or hearer. And then number 3, the rhetorical question expressing the writer's judgment on the targeted people indicates that the writer plays as someone who has an authority or expertise to give order or suggestion about the case. And then the last, the use of models and quasi-models in both modalized and modulated clauses indicate that the writer position themselves of having more power over the readers and the targeted people. So this what can be inferred from the use of mood types and modality in the data. So from the analysis, we can conclude some point. The first is the attitude of the writers of the collected hate speeches are first subordinating the targeted people, and then the second playing as authority, and the last depriving others right. So from this analysis we can say that we can conclude that analyzing hate speech using the lexicographer of interpersonal metafunctional meaning give another point of view in in hate speech analysis, in identifying hate speech. The analysis can help us to reveal what the attitude of the speaker is, what the attitude of the writers is. But because this study only take a few number or a small number of data, the next research is expected to conduct using a large scale of corpus to provide the more stable result. Therefore, the result will be beneficial to detect hate speech in legal case. So I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for your attention and see you in the next occasions. Thank you.